do this shit.
Hey, I'm black and white still. That's cool. That's fun. I like that. Is that better? All right. Well, I mean, I'm in frame. Yeah, I look great. Look at that. You want some? You want some
What did I
neckline?
do? I didn't do anything. Fuck you.
Hi, and welcome to Unboxed Politics. My name is Tim.
He always gets you, man.
Are we doomed?
Yes.
Goodbye, everyone. Patreon.
So we don't have a Mark today because he loves other people more than he loves us.
That's right.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
So we're not gonna do any reviews. We're just gonna watch some clips and comment on them. And yes, we have some breaking news, late breaking news. Can't demonetize us. We're not monetized yet.
That's right.
So breaking news across the this just came over the news desk. Over the wire.
All right, here's a question. Where does a city keep all of its money? The answer is
the mattress. They keep it under the mattress.
That's right. That's right.
They
buried it under that third tree out there behind the fence.
Just like everyone else, they keep it in a bank. The biggest city in the country, New York City, has accounts at a regular bank. And on Wednesday morning, when officials checked the balances, they noticed that $80 million was missing. For a time, it wasn't clear where it went or who took it. And then yesterday afternoon, there was a break in the case, a confession from President Donald Trump's Secretary of Homeland Security. Kristi Noem tweeting, quote, "I have clawed back the full payment that FEMA deep state activists unilaterally gave to New York migrant hotels." That's MAGA speak for, I took New York's money.
Huh? What? Like, what? Who? Why?
What?
Who? What? No, that's not how any of this works.
But that's how it's happening.
Like, let me read the full tweet. FEMA was sending the Roosevelt Hotel that serves as a Trinidad Aragua base of operations and was used to house Laken Riley's killer. Mark my words, there will be not a single penny spent that goes against the interest and safety of the American people. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
First of all, I'm sure a lot of people have been killed in the Roosevelt Hotel. What is it, like 300 years old? Come on, guys. And what? This is so what I'm getting from this tweet, this X, is a lot of right-wing talking points smashed together just to say, haha, we fucked you over again.
No, I think it's deeper.
Like,
where they keep pulling money, right? Where's the money going?
Well, you see, it's going back into the government so that we can fund the government that we're not going to have in like a month.
Yeah.
Again, where's the money going?
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
She said, I clawed back the full payment. Clawed it back to what? Where is it?
The
right.
Treasury Department?
Is it back in FEMA's budget? Like, is that where it's going?
Yeah. Where is it? Because they keep talking about cutting this and cutting that, and they're not saying I'm ending this and returning the funds back to the so-and-so pot. You know what I mean? Because all that shit has names. All that shit is appropriated, from Congress. So where is this money going back to? Or are you just taking things?
Or are they just like taking the money and we're like, oh, we're gonna make a debt payment with it. Like we're just gonna pay off some interest with that $80 million. Yeah, like
Doubt it. Doubt it.
Yeah, let's have
They're
some
not
receipts.
interested in paying the deficit.
Let's have some receipts, shall we?
Also, how?
Yeah. They're going to cut all the spending and claw back all this money and everything like that, and spend twice as much on the budget than anybody else has done in the last fucking 30 years.
Well, no,
right? That's what they're going to do.
The only person to ever spend this much was him the fucking first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Republican budget is a shell game. They are going to put the government $4 trillion more in debt and raise the debt ceiling by $4 trillion.
Minimum.
And they're going to be like, oh, we don't know what happened. Woke Democrats did it. And no, it's all them. Like,
yeah.
They're going to do it.
All the contractors like Elon Musk are all pocketing that money.
Oh, what's up with the fucking, the goddamn, the cyber trucks? Dude, how does everybody
the military thing?
How does everybody not see that that's the biggest conflict of interest, the most obvious conflict of interest ever?
Yeah.
The State Department said that's not something that's actually happening.
Good.
The armored electric.
Yeah, they said they're not actually doing that. It was just a fake news story that got out there.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
Well, at first it said Tesla, and then they just changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, they heard people's reactions. That was a fake news story. God damn it! I told you not to say that one. Told you to keep it to yourself.
All right. Now I want to know why and how.
That's MAGA speak for I took New York's money.
Let's be clear. This is highway robbery.
The city's comptroller calling out the federal government for snatching millions of dollars right from New York City's bank accounts, FEMA funds to provide services for migrants, including shelters like at the Roosevelt Hotel.
This is the newest lawless gambit by Trump and his unelected co-president, Elon Musk, an attempt to basically detonate constitutional governance.
That probably pisses him off.
It does. It pisses him off so much.
Can we talk about the Time magazine cover?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me pull it
up.
up.
So pissed by that.
Yeah.
He was so pissed by that.
Last month, Trump was all happy. He was on the Time magazine cover. He was bragging about it. This month, Elon's on it, sitting behind that fucking desk. They asked Trump about it, and what's his reply? Oh, that magazine's still in business? Fuck you, Trump.
Yeah, he's
salty ass. Salty ass.
He was having like a state meeting with a foreign official and asked him, have you heard about the cover with Elon on it in Time magazine? He's like, no. And then he looks so pissed off.
Oh, yeah. They're still in business.
And you don't have a magazine? I didn't even know.
In fact, they did two covers. One was with Steve Bannon looking crazy and sinister.
Yeah, that's the one. That's perfect.
And then, the Elon Musk one behind the Resolute desk. Oh, man. Time knows how to play the game.
They know how to play the
game.
What did you think of Elon? Yeah, this.
Oh, the cuckening?
Yeah,
where he cucked him?
Yeah, look at it.
At the Resolute desk, he put his balls in his mouth and he made him fucking hum hallelujah.
Yeah. And he had his kid there the whole time doing just what the hell is going through your head?
Telling Trump to get out of his daddy's desk.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my daddy's desk.
It was white. It was Oval Office daycare.
It was hilarious.
Co-dads over there.
Imagine if what's their name? Malia and
Melania? What?
No.
Malia, what?
No, and was it Sasha?
Sasha. Imagine Sasha and Malia running all over the motherfucking Oval Office.
Yeah.
Boy. Michelle whooped their ass.
Yeah, Michelle wasn't gonna have any of that.
Yeah.
Just jumping all over the shit, swinging from the banisters. Yeah, imagine. I knew they'd do this. Yeah. That's what is happening?
Unelected co-president Elon Musk, an attempt to basically detonate constitutional governance from within by doing two things both men have a lot of practice at: reneging on contracts refusing to pay people who perform services for them. So the whole thing starts, as so many of these stories do.
So which one of them stiffs each other first? That's
I'm
the
sure
real question.
Trump is the ultimate fucking con man in that stuff. Yeah, he's the ultimate stiffster.
You think? I don't know. I think Elon just owns him at this point.
I think Elon might give him a run for his money. Like, what if Elon just cuts off the tap and just goes to China?
Yeah.
I mean, he could, but
he just like switch teams and be like, nah, I'm going to China now. Fuck this. My brain chemistry has regulated and I'm out of here.
Elon already has access to so much sensitive information that if he did something like that, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Well,
you could just dip with all of our shit and go join Putin and be like, now let's get the Americans.
Trump is president of a lot of secret service and like fucking CIA and all that stuff. Like, they'd find him.
No, they could find him all they want, but what are they going to do to him if he's sitting in the middle of Moscow?
Everything. Like, I mean, all he has to do is eat the wrong food.
You know he don't eat food. He run on AAA batteries.
Or touch a doorknob, like, you know, some Putin shit.
The spicy water stuff.
Yeah. Like the CIA don't play, the CIA don't play around.
I didn't say that.
He'll have Havana syndrome.
That's real, man.
Fry that brain chip in his brain.
We can only hope.
So no place in this video they say where that money's gone, eh?
Oh no, I mean I don't know, but
with a tweet from Musk. Early Monday morning, the world's richest man tweeted that the Doge team just discovered that FEMA sent $59 million last week to luxury hotels in New York City to house illegal migrants. Sending this money violated the law and is in gross insubordination to the president's executive order. That money is...
No, it's not.
Yeah, first of all, that was money approved by Congress.
Correct.
So taking it back is against the law.
Right.
Meant for American disaster relief, instead is being spent on high-end hotels for illegals.
So here we go.
High-end hotels.
So if I have a hotel, which might be nice, but it's not doing so hot, and I can't really fill the motherfucker, it kind of behooves me to take all of my good shit out of my hotel, put that shit in storage, get some goddamn bunk beds, and then take the steady income from the government and house some migrants.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically this might have been a very nice hotel, but it is not a hotel right now. They're not getting fucking room service.
Yeah.
It's the building is being used to house people. It's not a functioning hotel. But he's the smartest person, right? He's Einstein, according to Fox News. Fucking dumbass.
Super genius.
God.
Super genius.
Can't even make it a day without ketamine.
American disaster relief instead is being spent on high-end hotels for illegals. You'll not be surprised to hear almost all of that's complete bunk, as city officials were quick to point out. The $59 million Musk is talking about was part of the larger $80 million outlay to the city. Only a fraction of it was used to house migrants, and not a single penny of it came at the expense of any disaster relief. In fact, the payment was issued through a grant from the Shelter and Services Program, a separate part of the government budget, but it's administered by FEMA and initiated by Congress in 2023. So
he said it was FEMA. He's so dumb.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to read what they're reading. I bet they had AI look through it. I bet you they had AI go through it.
To issue grants to cities and organizations providing services to migrants who've been released from federal custody after crossing the border. That is to say, money appropriated by a vote in Congress, both houses, approved by President Joe Biden, right, to house legal migrants during an upswing in immigration in the United States. It was not to house them in luxury, also, as you might imagine. It was to convert an old Manhattan hotel into a kind of modern-day Ellis Island where migrants were processed, given a health check, and offered temporary shelter and help.
Migrants are connected to a case manager.
Have you ever been wrong? I was like, no.
Who will help them decide next steps. If they want to connect with family or friends in a different state, the city will help them get there.
Hey, those damn migrants in there, I should have my tuxedo on and ballroom dancing right now. How dare them take my ball dancing room.
That is an awful nice carpet, though.
It is. The gentleman sitting closest to us is wearing a shirt with an avocado on it. So
Bet that avocado's from Mexico.
If they need a shelter bed, the city will then assign them to.
All right, that carpet is cool. It's like a book page, but then it's also like a fan. That's a good carpet right there.
To a shelter site and help them get.
That motherfucker got light up shoes. Okay, I'm done.
Started on filing their asylum papers.
When migrants do get a place to sleep, the city comptroller says they observe the federal program's cap on hotel and shelter prices. That cap is currently $12.50 a night. Yes, you heard that right.
Whoa. See,
in New York City,
and that's how these Democrats are getting rich. $12.50 a head a night. In 10,000 years, they'll have $1 million.
In New York City,
you can come stay at my place for $12.50 a night.
Oh my God! What the fuck? $12.50 a night? How could they waste such vast amounts of money?
Yeah, Ali, how many American immigrants do you want to fit in your house for $12.50 a night?
How many?
How many?
Oh, wait, what?
How many?
I mean,
just a second. Can I make good money off of this?
I'm just saying,
just a second.
like, just thinking implements of $12.50. Like, how many $12.50s you want to earn tonight? How many you got space for?
I could probably fit like I have 2 spare bedrooms.
Oh, that's 2 people in each one of them.
I was thinking 6 in each one of them.
What the hell, boy? What? No,
triple bunk beds.
Man, you're really packing them in there.
I'm just saying a bed on either side of the room.
All right.
God,
bunk beds on either side of the room.
They're not all in each
room.
They're not all in the same relationship. Like,
so I could make like $50 a room a night. $50 a room a night.
Ollie's doing the math here.
Yeah, $100. $100.
That's $700 a week.
It's not bad.
That's not bad money.
So the hotel's doing good.
Yeah, the hotels, they're making bank.
Especially since probably 80% of your hotel is empty. So, and you can't get no banquets. You know what I mean? Nobody getting married right now. Everyone's fucking depressed.
I mean, they just said it was like a hotel that like went out of business that they're using to do this. So like,
might as well.
If
I own the building, might as well. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to pay for this shit, so might as well.
$12.50 a night in New York City.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Okay, those are the facts. But within hours of Musk's tweet, the Trump White House fired FEMA's chief financial officer and 3 others for dispersing the legally allocated funds to New York City. Again, congressionally appropriated funds to cover an ongoing approved activity. And the co-presidents were adding new false details to their lies about the case.
A hotel has paid $59 million. $59 million.
Who is that in this picture?
I don't know.
Who is this back here on the right?
Looks like
with
Walt Disney.
With a very small.
Kind of does. You're right.
With a very small mustache. Oh Lord, he done got the picture up next to him.
I think that's like Trump senior, like
the original Fred.
Yeah, Granddaddy Trump.
That's the Nazi one. I think that one is the Nazi one.
because it's housing migrants, illegal migrants.
Wait, no, we're looking at the Nazi one, aren't we?
So
you can take the out of the boy.
Remember what I told you earlier about how Trump doesn't like being photographed in artificial light?
Jesus, look at him. He's like a football.
Oh, yeah.
This is why.
No, you know what he is? He's like an outside basketball.
It is. You're
it's
right.
orange
He's
but
like
dirty. You know what I mean?
Dirty, yeah, like it's got pavement on it, right? It's been bounced on the actual like pavement, not like the Atari stuff.
Yeah, that's a driveway kind of street ball.
So
look at his hands are totally separate color. They got to do it.
Yes,
dude. If we're gonna get all of our fucking rights taken away, everything's gonna be like shitty. Fucking do a good fucking job at least on his fucking spray tan. God, half-ass and everything.
So he loves the Oval Office because of the natural light in the Oval Office, but with all those curtains drawn closed,
cloudy,
they have to put the lights on.
Overcast.
And he just looks like he's been like tanning on a beach for 30 years.
No, not in a beach, in a fucking coffin, one of those light coffins.
Yeah, it's like you put him in one of those tanning beds and just like left him alone for 8 years.
Stuck his head in the nuclear reactor to see if it was on. Just fucking roasted his shit.
All illegal,
Have you
I
looked at any
believe.
eclipses lately?
We were talking about that earlier.
Being paid twice the normal room rate at 100% occupancy.
Unbelievable.
So it's a racket.
Whoa.
$12.50 is twice the normal room rate? What the fuck?
Hold on.
And they were being paid twice the normal room rate at 100% occupancy.
Unbelievable.
He made that
That doesn't
up.
make sense. Yeah, you made that shit
He
up.
made that up. He made that up.
100%.
The dude who actually handles the money said it's $12.50.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a racket.
I know he ain't talking about somebody having a racket when you over here in charge of government contracts and you giving yourself government contracts. You getting in trouble for your government contracts, so you fire the people who are in charge of investigating your crimes during your, like, come on, bro. You the main one violating and perpetrating, talking about something. That's just a racket. Shut your ass up. You and Trump can't even be clapping together talking about something. That's a racket. The hell?
I mean, they're both the kings of rackets, so you know.
Racketee and racketeur, like what the fuck? The same thing.
Based on those lies, they used the powers of the federal government to reach into the city's bank account to pluck back $80 million Congress authorized. They're taking money out of other people's bank accounts, calling it a clawback of taxpayer money. A lot of other people call it stealing $80 million. Brad Landers, New York City comptroller, essentially the city's chief financial officer, and he joins me now.
You
It's
got
good to
the
have
guy.
you.
All
Okay,
right.
walk me through how.
I recognize you from earlier in the footage.
I recognize you from a few minutes ago.
He had to sit there and watch himself on TV. On like the monitors, because you know he was already sitting there while he's doing the walk up. Like, that sucks.
You know, like, I fucking hate watching myself back. So if it was me, I'd be like,
turn it off. Tomatoes flying at the screen.
Yeah, get that guy off the screen.
You brought tomatoes for yourself.
How you discovered this?
Yeah. So yesterday morning, my chief budget deputy controller says $80 million is gone from the Treasury account of the Department of Finance. We think it was taken back by the federal government.
Did you know they could do that?
Never. I said, has this ever happened before? It is unprecedented. They gave us this money. As you say, Congress authorized it. We have a contract, a signed contract. We sent them an invoice detailing all those expenses to only $12.50 a night on hotels.
No, that's double occupancy, 100%. What the hell?
Sent us the money and approved the invoice. And then, lo and behold, they just yank it right back. It is highway robbery.
Now, I want to be clear on one technical.
That's how he did. What was it, South Carolina? He had that rally down there. And then he started complaining about the lights, and he stiffed him like 100-something grand. Like the city was out all that money. They sued him.
He did that to so many cities. He got sued by New Mexico, too.
Dude, Elon, send a fucking automated fucking Cybertruck with a briefcase full of money. What the fuck? Like, if you guys are gonna be fucking villains, use your shit to villain. Like, pay your fucking bills. It's not like this dude's short on fucking cash. He's got $80 million apparently.
When he said he had a signed contract, I was like, that don't mean shit to Trump.
Man,
signed contract? Good luck.
I'll save it for later.
Detail. I thought that we discovered that Treasury has some secret back end through the financial system to take people's money, which seemed really worrisome. This was an ACH payment, which technically can be canceled within 5 days. Although anyone who's ever gotten like a direct deposit knows that when it shows up in your bank, it's in your bank. You have the money.
Now, let's be clear. I mean, we spent it last year.
Right.
We had actually moved it over the 5 days since they gave it to us. So when they actually did the clawback, it caused the account to overdraft by 79.5.
Oh my God, we coming up NSF, y'all. We coming up non-sufficient.
Damn, they canceled an ACH transaction and was like, nah.
He put a stop on the check? Yo, that's some used car salesman shit.
That is some crazy shit. Yeah.
$5 million.
I'm sure the chief financial officer was.
Go back a few seconds. What do you say?
When they actually did the clawback, it caused the account to overdraft by $79.5 million.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the money wasn't there anymore. We already spent it on that invoice that we gave you. Right?
Yo.
So that's how they caught it so quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, I know you're coming in at 10 today, but can you come in now?
No.
I was just going over the accounts like you told me to in the morning. I was doing my checklist. Remember, I made my checklist when you trained me. I was just, do you know there's a lot of red? There's just a lot of red on the screen, and I just need you to come in right now. The whole screen is red. Please come help. What the fuck?
Oh,
I'm sure the chief financial officer was psyched about that.
On top of that, Citibank, this is an account at Citibank, charged us a $15,000 overdraft fee. I'm happy to say I reached out to Citibank, and they have refunded the overdraft fee.
That's menschy of them.
Better believe we're going to keep fighting to get every penny of that $8.5 million
you still don't have the money
to us.
I mean, so this service, this sort of pot of money was negotiated by members in the House and Senate. It was put into legislation. That legislation was
the House and Senate.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like some Republicans must have gone along with that.
Yeah. I'm sure they did.
Biden. It's being spent this year, right?
And we have a contract.
And you have a contract. And you say, we're going to do this. We're going to pay you that. That's the law. Is it your position that they are within their legal authority to simply take it back?
They have no legal authority to take it back. I think two different ways. Attorney General Tish James is in court on a lawsuit around the federal funding freeze, and a Rhode Island judge said they can't do that. But also, we have a contract. So one thing I'm very upset about is that same Mayor Adams that was on your A block, he won't go into court to say this.
Oh my God! I gotta check. I gotta check on the kiddo. Please regale Ollie of Mayor Adams and his behavior.
Boy, Ollie, do you know who Mayor Eric Adams is of New York City?
Not really, no.
So he's a recently elected mayor, not too many terms.
Okay.
And he's been charged with just all the corruption over the last year or so. All the corruption, bribery, campaign finance violations, all the fun
racketeering
stuff.
Is he in there for racketeering?
I don't know, but I'm sure someone in it. Also, everyone in his administration has also been like charged with crimes because they were all in on this shit. So like he's had so many people resign that I'm surprised he still has an administration. Anyway, he's a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yes. Right. And it's New York
Disappointing.
City. It's New York City.
But yeah,
Democrats are corrupt in New York City all the time.
Everybody can get corrupt. It doesn't mean that much.
Yeah. It's New York City. Like,
yeah,
it's corrupt. The other day, the DOJ, who was pursuing Adams on all these investigations, decided maybe we'll just let him go. They're like, we're not investigating Mayor Adams anymore. Have fun.
What?
Now, yeah. Now, Adams says he didn't know this was going to happen, and Trump said he didn't know this was going to happen. But now, Adams owes him.
The DOJ takes orders from Trump pretty much, and they decided to just stop investigating.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Democratic mayor of New York is now in the president's pocket too. Gotcha.
And he's not going to ask for this money back. Because I believe what had happened was the charges were dismissed or the case was dismissed without prejudice, which means they can bring it back whenever they want.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Trump was like, hey, play ball, or maybe you'll go to jail. Who knows?
Yep.
So that's.
What do you mean? Well, do you guys think you're having an election in 4 years or 3.5 years?
For president? No.
You guys? No.
Okay. We'll be lucky if we make it to the midterms, Ollie. We'll be lucky if we make it to next year.
What do you predict is going to happen over the next year then, Tim?
I don't know. A lot of craziness. Dismantling of government. Dismantling of government, like wholesale. Like.
What and I noticed that the new establishment is going very religious.
Well, yeah,
which is totally against like the whole like
the whole First Amendment thing. Yeah. They don't care about any of that. They don't care about. They only care about like one amendment, and it's the amendment that allows them to
carry guns.
Yeah, that First Amendment. They're for that. They're for that when it's in their interest to be for the First Amendment, but they're not actually like freedom of speech people, because it's not just freedom of speech. It's freedom from laws regarding religion. It's freedom of press. It's the right to assemble. Everyone forgets about all that other stuff.
Yeah.
They're only about the freedom of speech when it's for them. They're not actually about freedom of speech.
Yep. Freedom of speech when I get to spew my bullshit, but not when you got some sort of reply.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mikey.
Had to change a diaper.
Yeah.
And it's Bambi time.
Bambi.
The classical music in Bambi knocks her right
out. Hey, Mikey,
yes.
did you know that?
Yes, I did.
You did? Because it's hilarious.
What's that?
What's going on in our chat?
Oh.
It's hilarious. I'm spewing mainstream media lies.
We hate mainstream media.
Well, except for this clip, I guess. Chris Hayes is okay.
Yeah, it's breaking news because this is the first guy. These are the guys that have it.
I mean,
we need something with a video. What are we doing? What? Oh, Texas Mom? That's fine.
No, it's not bad. I don't like whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. It's a little bit trollish, but that's
we're not. We're for free speech, so Ollie and I were having a conversation about Mayor Adams and free speech, and so
he's a crook. So there's that. But
well, I was saying that like Trump had the Justice Department forgive those crimes or not pursue them anymore, but they said it's without prejudice, so they could bring them back whenever they want. So as long as Mayor Adams plays ball.
Right. As long as he has the NYPD assist ICE, he can stay free.
Right. So, good luck, New York City.
This is our money. You owe it to us.
Well, and I have to say, you are running for mayor. So, full disclosure about that, right? You want that job. But the sitting mayor spent today with Mr. Homan.
Yesterday, he said he was going to ask for the money back, but he didn't ask for the money back. He just gave Homan whatever he wanted. I mean, he is doing the bidding of President Trump and not the bidding of New Yorkers who need.
Oh, man, he hates Brandon Johnson so much. That's the mayor of Chicago. He hates him.
Does he?
He hates him so much. He's like, man, it's really annoying that all these people know their rights. It's like, gotcha. Still got laws, motherfucker. Gotcha.
That's right.
Can't just walk around. I need to see your papers. Like
papers.
This is not Nazi Germany. You can't make people show papers whenever you want, especially just because they look Mexican. Like Chicago got 30,000 people from the Ukraine, did the whole refugee process, the whole thing. No one batted an eye because they couldn't tell that they weren't from here. That's the only reason.
I mean, the New York City has a terrible history of profiling.
What? No, not stop and frisk.
I'm sure that won't continue.
No.
Never.
Who would do such a thing?
But them's the breaks.
You monster.
Oh, yeah.
It was Giuliani, and then Bloomberg, and now Adams.
Yeah.
De Blasio stopped it, but then the police hated him forever.
Bill Poole is a shame. He's shameful.
Man, that clip always gets me.
Is this shiny moment? Oh, here, this always gets up. This is Tim.
Including Scorpio Patriot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shody. Shout out to Shody.
Need that $80 million on all kinds of other things.
I mean, I also have to ask you, since you're here, I mean, we've just watched multiple attorneys of the Department of Justice, including the Southern District, the acting director, you know what a big deal that office is, multiple attorneys in Main Justice, the head of the criminal division, the head of the public integrity division, multiple deputies between that. We have no word from the mayor about any of this. Apparently, he's going to maybe be appearing with Homan at some point. This is what we've heard. Do you think that the governor of New York is going to be on with Rachel Maddow in the next hour? She has the power to essentially fire the mayor. Do you think she should do that?
Please. I mean, look, right now we don't have a mayor who is working for the people of New York City. We have a mayor who is doing the bidding of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And what more could there be than they take $80 million away from you?
It's not really even ideological. I mean, you guys got to
give it back. That's our money.
There is a 0% chance that 0% chance that Adam says, "Hey, Trump, tell him to put that money back in that account, or else." There is a 0% chance.
0.00. Like
negative 0.0. No way. Because he's gonna put him in jail. So there's no way. There's no way.
There's no standard deviance for him doing this.
It is impossible. If that happens, I don't know, singularity black hole. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows at that point? It is everything has fallen apart.
Oh man.
Like Elon gives all his money away. Like that's the same day. Same day both those things happen.
Oh man. What a clown car. What a fucking clown car. Ali, speaking of clown cars, so we didn't get to talk about this because we were away for a bit. And I want to get your, before we go to the next clip, I want to get your honest to God opinion of how Canadians feel about Americans right now. Like
Ali is in Canada, for the record.
Ali lives in Canada. He's a Canadian citizen. And we rag on him a little bit about the stuff that Trump says, but
he's also a veteran.
He's also a vet.
So right now, Canada, I'd say
he's also left-handed.
No, I'm not. Don't put me in with the lefties, dude. Don't
it was a 50-50 shot, brother.
He also may be high. I'm not.
Maybe there's no maybe. Come on.
Oh, there's no standard deviance on that one either.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Ali will not have weed the same day that motherfucker says, "Give me my money back." But for the same day he walks up to Debo and says, "Give me my chain back." The same day. Grandmama gave me that.
Well, there are a small percentage of Canadians, maybe 2 or 3% of Canadians that are maybe. Well, not opposed. They're not in support of, but they're not opposed to the shit Trump's saying. The vast majority of us are just saying, "Fuck you guys." We honestly are. There's so many businesses.
Girl, girl. Oh.
They're looking for other sources of where they're going to get their supplies from. Like there's businesses reaching out to Europe and stuff like that and say, "We're just going to go someplace else and get our stuff," if that's the way you want to talk to us. Like even if Trump doesn't put the tariffs on, you guys are going to feel it.
Right.
I was in the grocery store yesterday. There was probably 20% less groceries in the store just because a lot of American goods are not being stocked. Period. Just not being stocked. The grocery stores are saying, "Screw you guys, we're just not even going to stock your stuff. We won't sell it." They'd rather let it rot in the back than put it out on the shelf.
Damn, so Canadians petty.
So you're saying that they have the American products, they're just refusing to put them on the shelves.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's even worse.
Right? So, I mean, like...
You know what? They're going to take it and throw it in the Great Lakes, Tim. You're going to take all our products and throw it in a fucking lake.
There's... your tourism is going to pay next year. over the next year.
Oh,
You guys are going to lose 150, what is it, 150,000 jobs minimum? Something like that. Just because 10% of Canadians are going to refuse to go to the United States next year for a vacation. That used to go down.
So,
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So there's Canadians that own property in the States that are just getting rid of their property and saying we're not going back.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Right?
Here we
There's,
go.
Like, you have no idea just how well, maybe you do, but this is ridiculous. We've been your friends for the longest period of time, peaceful neighbors, right? Supporting you guys, doing everywhere that you went, pretty much. We didn't go to Vietnam with you. Sorry, we didn't go to Vietnam with you, right? But that was kind of a shitty war. You know,
I mean, we do have a habit of shitty wars. That is our MO since like the 50s.
But I mean, we build a lot of your military equipment, guys. You're saying fuck that. We don't want that military equipment anymore. We built a lot of it.
Ollie, so listen, I know we talk a lot of shit about Canada.
Yeah. But let us both be the first to say those were jokes, man.
I will pay you the $12.50 a day.
I have it. I have it on me. Cash. Shit, we gotta. Well, I'll get the bill. I'll get loonies and toonies and throonies and throonies. I'll do it.
Also, because the US dollar is shit right now, you have a pretty good currency advantage at this point.
Tim, I'm dressing up like a Canada goose, and I'm just gonna walk across the border real slick. Get a hang glider, spray paint that bitch. Be like six of us in a V formation. They'll never catch us.
I also understand that we talk about the Trump 51st state thing a lot, but what do Canadians think about the 51st state thing? Like, is that the thing? Is that the thing that pisses them off the most?
It's pretty, yeah. That's pretty big. It really is. It's like it just every time I hear it, I'm okay. Is it time to go do something serious or what? Right? Is it time to be prepared for something serious?
I also understand that a lot of the Geneva Conventions are because of Canadians.
Yeah.
And I want to say, please don't hurt me.
We are but artists and comedians. We cannot to battle with you, but merely to entertain and inspire.
I don't want trouble. I can't speak for some of the people in the chat, but I don't want trouble.
Oh, that one's funny. Okay. Here's a good one. Texas mom says this: the majority of Americans voted for this change.
That's not quite true.
Trump campaigned on rooting out the waste, abuse, and corruption. Hold on. We knew Elon was going to be brought on. I can't help it. You weren't paying attention. Okay.
He ran on the price of eggs.
Yes.
Yeah. How come my eggs are still $8? What's going on there?
Oh! I was in the grocery store yesterday, Tim. I was in the grocery store. All right.
Oh, come on.
2.5 dozen eggs. 2.5 dozen. 2.5 dozen eggs. So 30 eggs. $9.87.
Damn, bro. Like
you guys are playing $10 for a fucking dozen.
I was
sit on your throne of eggs. What about the rest of us?
Store the other day, and guess what? There weren't any fucking eggs. There were just signs saying there's an egg shortage. And by the way, if we did have eggs, they'd be $8.
Yeah,
for a dozen
minimum.
Just dance in the flames.
You guys didn't realize you got a lot of your eggs from us?
No, now we need to get
in the northern part of the country, anyway.
On behalf of America, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Waste, abuse, and corruption. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to the comment.
Corruption.
So how do you root out something by just completely turning it off?
Yeah.
Is the whole thing bad? Well, no, just parts of it. Then why did you turn it off? Did you plan for this? Did you let the people know what your exact move was if anything for their funding was going to be cut? Did you inform people? Or did you just literally hand it off to a drug addict and say you do it?
Yeah. Pretty sure he acknowledged that he knew nothing about Project 2025, and now we're seeing exactly Project 2025.
Oh yeah,
So...
Mike. If everyone in the chat wants to go and watch the episode we did earlier today, you'll find out. Me and Mikey went through the first 15 Trump executive orders and found out how many of them are Project 2025. And let me tell you, it's more than half.
Like,
and
word for word.
Yeah, and there's 45 more to go through right now. God knows how many more there'll be next week.
Yep.
And by the way, it wasn't a majority of Americans. 49% is not a majority of anything.
No.
So
it was a plurality. Get it right.
Abuse and corruption. So you think Elon should be able to write his own checks?
Yep.
You're a fucking sucker, is what that is. You're an idiot. If you think Elon Musk is going to do the right thing because you just gave him a fucking free open checkbook, you're crazy. Y'all got had. This is this is a stick up. Like, they're just taking everything, dude.
And he just signed another executive order giving President Elon more power to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So Trump said, I don't want to do government. Here you go, Elon. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like, that's literally what he's like. I just want to sit behind this desk.
And if we're crazy, why did Trump just fire everybody investigating Elon from all of those different agencies?
Yeah.
Bro, the fix is in. Like, if y'all haven't figured it out yet, like, this isn't us being mad that our side lost. This is, we're all kind of up shit's creek and it's only a matter of time. That's where we're at.
And just for the kids viewing at home, Mikey, how do you feel about the Democrats?
Fuck the Democrats. Fucking sick of their asses.
They fucked up.
They betrayed us. And now they're still not fighting.
The Democrats proved themselves to be ineffective.
Yep.
And they ran a shitty campaign.
Yep. Didn't do a single thing that their constituency was telling them to do. Not one thing.
Yep. And now they gotta fucking play catch up.
Yep.
Like they always do.
When we didn't have to.
The only time the Democrats haven't had to play catch up was, I don't know, between Barack Obama's first and second terms.
Oh, what's the agency he just got rid of that takes care of the motherfucking the price gouging?
Oh, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Hey, remember how we were all mad about inflation and then that shrinkflation? Bro, they just fired everybody who was in charge of making sure they don't do that anymore.
Yep.
Oh, but Mikey, that's a woke government leftist activist organization.
They literally fired everybody who was in charge of making sure that they can't rip consumers off. Does that sound like they're getting rid of waste, or does it sound like they're about to fucking open up the fucking cartoon money bag with the $sign on it? Like, bro, it's cooked. It's cooked.
And the original idea for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was to stop credit cards from fucking over their customers.
Yep.
And now that's gone.
Like,
U.S. aid was meant to stop people from dying of starvation around the world.
Yep.
Now that's gone.
Yep.
And it's hard to hate the guy that just fed you.
Like, Americans are hated around the world, right?
Yep.
And the few things that you're doing to bring goodwill out there and try and relieve some of that, you just said, fuck that.
He didn't even just say we're not going to do it next year. He turned it off.
Yeah.
So the shit can't even ship across seas right now.
Yeah.
It's dying in the harbor.
And guess who they're going at? They're going after. They're going to get rid of the Department of Education. All that's going to go to the states. Yep. And if you think that your state can afford to do all that shit by itself, you're wrong. Your taxes will go up.
Yeah. Property tax is going to be a sumbitch.
They're going to shut down FEMA. Emergency management's going to go to the states. And if you think your state can afford disaster relief, you're fucking wrong. Your taxes are going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Or your cities will just burn. Or a hurricane will hit and they won't fix anything because your state doesn't have the money to do that.
The department that was supposed to help you won't exist anymore.
Right. Like we're going to have to, like, if and when we ever survive, we have to rebuild all of this shit because they are literally just pulling down the pillars as they go by, just wrecking shit. And it makes us super fucking vulnerable, losing all these federal workers, like active CIA and FBI agents, you know, who are
protect people.
But what do we need them for?
You know what's going to happen because all these people have been fired? Unemployment's going to go up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what else is going to happen because all those people in the CIA have been fired? All the things that they've been stopping are going to start to happen.
Right. There's not going to be anybody that get in the way.
Right.
No one's going to be breaking up the plans and the plots and schemes.
9/11 was bad.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Hey, you know what Elon's going after next? The IRS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As if he pays taxes anyway.
Right. My wife is a CPA, and she was telling me that that's good for everyone who owes taxes.
Right.
Because if there's no IRS to enforce tax,
right,
then there's no one to pay. It's bad for everyone who gets a tax return because file your tax return right now.
And
go. Yeah. Pause this show. File your tax return right now.
Right now. Yep.
Because if you
don't agree with that.
Good luck getting that money later.
You may already be too late. I don't know what kind of backlog they have, but you may already be too late. Right. So I know in my line of work there's like a 30 to 60 day backlog. So
when COVID happened, my wife told me that they had a 1-year backlog on tax returns because of the constraints on working because of COVID.
Yep.
And they just like caught up to that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not caught up? They're not caught up.
Why she laughed so hard?
She laughed very hard. They're not caught up on that, apparently. So they're not caught up on shit that happened 4 years ago. They're
not caught up on returns that we filed in 21.
She said that they're not caught up on returns that were filed in 2021. So what makes you think less IRS employees is a good idea?
This is so crazy. Like, I'm trying to, like, even in my, like, weirdo sci-fi, like, super artistic, colorful brain, I cannot find one, like, through line for this shit that isn't directly aligned with Elon Musk's pocket.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Like, nothing is happening unless it goes directly into Elon's pocket, which is crazy right now. Crazy.
How long till he's worth trillions of dollars? How long?
I mean, what the fuck does he want a rocket program to go to Mars? Just give him his fucking rocket program so we can just get this shit over with and he can just go to Mars, please. Go get it in. We've gassed it up for you. Please get in, sir. It is ready to go to your specifications. No safety checks done by your word. So go ahead. Off you go now. Godspeed.
So in summary, Canada is not. We're not friends right now. Is that what's going on?
I can't claim to be friends with 90% of Americans. There's a few that I'm still friends with.
Oh my God, Tim, we're the good ones. Oh my God,
how did
Tim. I took my whole life to stop being the good one. Just for America to pull this shit.
I didn't say you were one of them.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Kicked me while I'm down.
Listen, Ali. Listen, if your country's going to burn down the White House again, just go straight there. Don't make any stops on the way. I'm just saying.
I heard Connecticut is a great place to visit
No,
this time of
stay
year.
out of Connecticut. Maybe Greenwich. Go to Greenwich and then go to, because we don't need them.
Yeah.
Think further south.
Oh, you gonna go all the way to Mar-a-Lago?
I might play a round or two. I don't know.
Anyway, let's play this video. Jesus Christ, Ali.
NDP leader Jagmeet Singh is.
This is my guy. Jagmeet is my guy, and I think I'm talking Ali onto the train. I don't know if there's a.
I've always liked this guy, Mikey. You don't have to talk me too hard on this guy.
I'm just doing an intro. Just frabba-jabbing. But these tariffs on our neighbors. Ugh. Let's hear.
Is in town today. He joins us in studio. Mr. Singh, Donald Trump's latest threat, 25% tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel. Your response to that?
We've got to fight back. The only thing we can do is fight back. So I've said the first step is we need to immediately announce that there'll be retaliatory tariffs on American aluminum and steel or other retaliatory measures that we can take. When it comes to aluminum,
yeah, USA.
Fuck. Yeah.
Trade war time. Trade war time.
God.
No one wins that.
Yeah, it's true. No one wins.
Who does this help except for the corporations?
No,
I don't know. No one knows. But I do know that I guess some people will be exempt from tariffs, huh? I guess people who are willing to kiss the ring, maybe if they want to be exempt from tariffs, they'll have to do what Trump says.
People who were South African, maybe.
It's isolationist. Maybe. It's the United States saying we don't want to do business with other people, right?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. He said that Cybertruck looks like it came straight out of Roblox.
Yeah.
I called it the PS1 truck.
Yeah. It is the most useless thing in the fucking snow, dude. Most useless fucking thing. It's got some sort of shelf right where the fucking headlights are. And if it snows for 5 minutes, the headlights you can't see. They're useless.
Scott says Cybertrucks are illegal in many parts of the world.
Yeah, they can't have them up there. Because they're battering rams.
Though we know we're one of the only suppliers, so this move is not just going to hurt Canadians. It's also going to hurt Americans. It's going to increase the cost of things. When Donald Trump promised to lower the prices, this is going to increase prices. And so this is a bad decision. This is a bad move, but we are going to fight back. We also need to make sure the workers impacted, the industries impacted, have supports. But those supports have to be tied to the jobs and the good wages.
Okay, so regarding EVs as well, you were also talking
about... We're going to take care of our businesses. We're going to help our people. You guys aren't going to have a government in place to do any of that.
Yeah, man, helping the people in your country, I can't imagine what that's like.
So
why didn't we think of that?
I don't know.
Why didn't we think of that? Man, we just called it socialism for some reason.
Let's rip out all the supports and then damage everything on top of it to make sure there's a complete and utter collapse. Yeah, that's the attitude.
It's like lighting the chainsaw on fire to really get the tree down. It's like, God damn.
Right? Yeah. Damn.
Seems unnecessary.
About a rebate.
Y'all didn't have to do that.
Scorched earth over here.
And a significantly larger rebate than what we've seen.
That's right. So we want to bring back the electric vehicle rebate and double it when it comes to made in Canada electric vehicles.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, Canada makes like 40% of the cars too.
Yep.
Y'all really thought this one through. Fuck, man.
Who starts a trade war with your biggest trade ally?
And they're your fucking neighbor. Like, what are we gonna like? What are we supposed to do with our northern border now that we're like with Canada? Fucking still get in a boat and fucking sail all the way across an ocean. There's people that live right up the fucking street. That would have been easier. Stupid.
The lady who was yelling, I can't remember her name, but she was like, Yeah. She was talking about, like, you Americans have been fortunate to have an ally like Canada on your northern border for so long. She was implying, like, we're not going to be friends anymore in that way. Yeah. And like, maybe you won't have an ally on the north. Like, she was
threatening us for sure.
It was low key a threat.
It's true.
She was smiling, but there was steel in her eyes. She meant business.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of businesses,
we want Canada to be the best place in the world to build electric vehicles. And to do that for Canadians who are right now, they're pretty angry that Donald Trump is attacking his good neighbor, his ally. We've been great neighbors. We've worked together. And so Canadians are angry and are saying, well, we are not going to buy American. We're going to buy Canadian. To help Canadians.
Oh, my God. Fucking Tim, we're going to have to go on a fucking apology tour. Every time we leave the country, we're going to have to just kiss everybody's ass and say, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Fuck,
Wait,
man. I didn't do that.
Have we apologized to Neil yet?
Yeah.
Well, no, but
I'll do it for us.
That's pretty rude, dear user.
Yeah. What? Prove it.
Canadians make that choice. We want to make it easier. So a $10,000 rebate for made in Canada electric vehicles. Which
the Canadians have wrenches in here. Might want to watch your words.
Yeah.
Sure, our number.
Okay. When it comes to Trump, what are some of the things you think the Prime Minister has done well, and what are some of the choices you disagree with that he's made?
Well, the retaliatory tariffs, I agree with. I've called for that. I think we need to go dollar for dollar. If they hit us, we have to hit them back. One of the things that's clear to me is that there is no real appeasement that works. And there's an attempt to appease Donald Trump, and they keep on moving the goalposts. That's just not going to work. So we need to be firm, we need to be strong, and we need to go even further. I say we should hit them with, we will stop the flow of critical minerals. America needs our critical minerals, and this is a
Damn. Why you got to play so rough, dude? Damn.
Ollie,
come on, dog.
The Geneva Conventions still hold. I just want you to know that they still hold. Like, we're all gonna play
creative.
nice, right?
We're creative.
We're all gonna play nice.
We're creative. Don't worry about it.
Why you gotta? You didn't have to start at 11. Dims is our critical minerals, dog, not regular ones. Dims is critical. Shit.
Or as Trump calls them, rare earths.
We are earths.
Rare earths.
We will stop the flow of critical minerals. America needs our critical minerals, and this is a move that specifically targets Elon Musk, who we know is the billionaire buddy of Donald Trump. So let's hit them where it counts and say, if you're going to pick this fight with us, a fight that we did not want, we're going to fight back.
Okay, any last message for our viewers? We are a border town, an auto community. Any last messages for them?
Yeah, I just know that this is something that's really hurting Windsor. Windsor particularly, I grew up with kids that all their parents worked in the factories, worked in the big three, and then we saw those jobs leave. So right now I know workers are worried. I want you to know I'm going to fight for you. For all the uncertainty of Donald Trump, I'm going to fight for you and your families, and I'm going to make sure that we don't let the prices of things go up, and we put in place real protections for workers.
Okay, Mr. Singh, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Mikey.
He's got half a chance of getting in.
See?
He's got half a chance to get in.
See, I told you I could talk you into him there, Ali.
So.
Are we the bad guy?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We're the villain in the story in our own. Yeah.
You guys are the Merchant Hammers guys, right?
Oh man,
we didn't do that. We were trying to.
We're the bad guy.
Your grandfathers who fought in that war would just be dying right now. Unbelievable, what's happened.
Yo, they let that motherfucker Sig Heil. I'm like, someone's gonna tackle him right. Someone's gonna tackle him right from the top rope on his ass. Nothing. Yeah. And then they wouldn't even report it. I was like, oh, they're pussy.
You should, that symbolism should be automatic hate speech.
Yeah, dude, like they had to blur that shit in countries. They're like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. Boo, boo, boo. We apologize. There's been a break in the like People freaked out about it. And they were just like, And then what was it? ABC? They were like, turn the camera.
Just turn the camera.
Okay, and then we're back. I was like, I know they didn't just show the crowd. Ooh. It's crazy shit, man. But that's y'all's guy, right? He's not a Nazi, though, right?
He's definitely not a Nazi. He's just weird and eccentric.
Yeah.
He didn't mean it.
That's weird.
We think.
It's weird. Weird to me, at least.
Ollie, I would like to prove to you that some of us are okay with the following clip.
I don't doubt that some of you are okay. I really don't. Unfortunately, though, the ones you put in charge are not.
We gotta get rid of this electoral college, man. This shit is crazy.
I just wanted to note that the previous speaker went over by a minute. We've heard a lot about the fact that Democrats have been talking.
Oh shit! I see a sign.
Talking about Elon Musk. And let me give you a news alert. We're not gonna stop talking about him. We're gonna keep talking about him until he is out of here. Now, if he wants to be elected or appointed and confirmed to something, then so be it. But as of right now, we have somebody that for whatever reason, I don't know if y'all just trying to play in our face because you think we're stupid, or if you literally just cannot see the difference in a George Soros and a Bill Gates. But let me give you a little bit of the difference.
Damn.
Number one, George Soros nor Bill Gates ever somehow decided to turn off the spigot of money that was going through to various organizations and agencies to the extent that it had actually been ordered by law that they should have access to it, to the extent that people are dying. There are people that have died as a result of this antic, and there are now farmers that are screaming that they may lose their family farms because we have over $500 million worth of food that is sitting and not going anywhere because of the attempt to shut down U.S. aid. So let me tell you, that is the big difference between the two of them. And let me also tell you that a big difference between Democrats and Republicans is that we don't just say we believe in the Constitution, but we walk it like we talk it. What does that mean? That means that if we believe in the Constitution, we don't just pick out the Second Amendment and say that it is limitless, nor do we pick out the First Amendment and say that it is limitless. The thing about the Constitution is that it has always been a balancing test. There are limits to this. And right now, what we continue to hear from a certain side of the aisle is that there are no limits to this lawlessness. In fact, there are limits. And I can tell you that one of those limits...
All right, take a breath, everybody. Jesus.
Damn. Like she is
sounding off.
She's coming at them.
She is an attorney. This is lawyers yelling at you.
I liked how she was like, I don't know why you're all up in our face about this. Like
playing in our face.
Yeah. Yeah, she's lighting them up.
Get him.
Typically is around hate crimes. You may or may not know that when it comes down to it, if somebody decides that they want to send something hateful in, say, the U.S. mail, they can actually go to prison for that, up to 5 years in prison. So yes, there are always going to be limits. So when we start to talk about Trump and him being pulled down on any platform, this just happened to be after he incited an insurrection. This just happened to be after, in a bipartisan way, this particular chamber decided that they were going to impeach him. So there was something a little different about what he did, because as we know, it led to people actually dying. But let's talk about who's doing the nefarious things with the tech giants. Because... I don't think that
Trump's
one side of the aisle
coming
is
in.
promoting truth, but sometimes it may seem a little treasonous. All right, so we've got this article right here about this
I'm waiting for them to get the camera good, then I'll freeze frame it.
guy. Meta says it will end its fact-checking program on social media posts.
It's
I'll talk about that a little.
Oh my God, they still haven't white balanced the fucking camera since what's-her-face was in there.
No, they haven't.
Oh my God, they still didn't fix it, dude. It's been fucking a month.
A little bit later. Then we have Washington Post says it will not endorse a candidate for president. We also know that actually they absolutely intended to endorse Kamala Harris. We have this one. Google Maps now show Gulf of America instead of Gulf of Mexico for app users in the United States, which is a complete farce because it's the Gulf of Mexico. It always has been. And we know that the AP got kicked out yesterday because they refused to buy into this lie, because that's all y'all really want to promote is lies.
Yeah, put her out.
They fucking threw out the Associated
Did they ban
Press.
her or put her out?
I think they put her. You can't ban the Associated Press.
Double check me, dude.
All right.
Wow, it's changed on Google Maps for me. Not completely. It still says the Gulf of Mexico for me, but then in brackets it says Gulf of America.
Oh, dude, she was banned.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's the Associated Press.
Yeah.
They're not some liberal organization. They're literally just an association of journalists. Like, that's it. AP is like the most unbiased reporting you're going to find in America.
Most of the time, Americans can't stomach it because it's so boring.
Either AP or Reuters. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's the big issue that we have. Elon Musk boosted false U.S. aid conspiracy theories to shut down global aid. Now, while he was boosting those lies about U.S. aid, and he was stopping money going for, say, things such as Head Start, somehow the only money that didn't stop was the money to him and his organization. Now, I don't know how you can have him be the watchdog as well as the guy that is literally living off of the government. If we want to talk about government welfare, it looks like Elon Musk.
Yeah, how come no one ever considers him a welfare queen?
No, he is.
I mean,
all them government contracts.
He's not really
taking your money. You're taking your money.
I mean, cool. Like the Artemis Project, cool. But why do we need him? Just scalp his people like everybody else does. He's a horrible boss. Just ask them to go work at NASA instead. Duh. The hell?
Because it's my understanding that just on yesterday, a new contract was approved for approximately $300 million for Elon Musk. So listen, I just want y'all to be honest.
Yeah, fuck those farmers over here leeching off of us with their solar panels.
Yeah.
Upgrading the infrastructure of their farm. Fuck them. Fuck them. I need $300 million. Crazy. And we're the ones that are overreacting.
Yeah, no, we're the ones that are.
This is fine.
And the thing is, he doesn't even notice the 300 million. It's too small a number for him to notice compared to the wealth he already has.
That's why I don't get why he even does shit for money.
He doesn't care about the money. He's in it for the love of the game at this point.
Yeah, it's a scoreboard now. That's all.
You want to sit here?
He knows there's people over in those Middle Eastern countries that have more than him, and he's trying to catch up.
There's only one thing that Elon has ever wanted, and it's for people to like him.
Never.
He's never going to get that.
Never.
It's for people to think he's fucking cool.
But he's not.
He's gone about it completely backwards.
I know.
Tim,
right? If I had to, I'm not cool. I'm not cool. But if I had that kind of money, people would think I was cool.
No, you play disc golf. That's cool.
I would do good things with my money. Right? Like you're right. Disc golf. I already had I had a dream about it at one point in time. If I had a bunch of money, I'd invest.
All right,
$10 million.
Bring it back. Bring it.
Disc golf.
Ollie, bring it back. Bring it back. Where are you going?
Done. All right.
Thank you.
All right. I'm stoned.
I know.
You said disc golf, and it's been a while since I've been out for a round. I want to get out.
But I was
that's one of his trigger words. Don't say disc golf.
You're right. Forever. You're right. That's my fault. But you have a hobby, right? Like you have something that you do for pleasure, for fun, for levity, for sport. He doesn't do any of that stuff. Even fucking video games, he's a fucking cheater because he's like obsessed with being the best at everything.
Hey, I'm a better fucking Diablo 4 player than he is.
I bet you could take him.
I could take him. Elon, fight me PvP.
How do you think I would do it? How do you think I would do in Quake?
Mikey,
is that a first-person shooter?
Maybe. No, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
How do you think I would do in that, Tim?
Mikey,
you know
you're
my
like
skills.
You're like the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh of first-person shooters. You're like the king of all games over there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! That's my shit. So you didn't answer the question. How I do? Do you think I could whoop some?
I think you would ruin him.
Yeah. Yeah, bitch. Tim just vouched for me. Ha.
Mikey plays COD and doesn't use guns. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. Throws knives at people, just for fun.
I'm at 6,000, by the way. On this game.
You want to lie because so often we hear, well, yeah, we did lie. In fact, he admitted that he lied when he was in the Oval Office yesterday. But if it's a lie that will get you into office, such as saying, I know nothing about Project 2025, yet on day one, you literally do everything that you can to implement it, including making sure that you put, say, one of the main architects of Project 2025 over the OMB, it's okay, so long as you get the power that you seek. The problem is that the game is going to be on the American people. And when I say the American people, I mean all of us. Unfortunately, I am also stuck in the twilight zone because of the lies that were allowed to be propagated. Just like when you're talking about vaccines and all this nonsense. Right now in my state of Texas, there is an outbreak of measles. And what they are finding is that because there's been so much disinformation about vaccines that kids are sick right now with measles that they did not have to have if they just trusted doctors and experts instead of randoms online. So I will end by saying this, Mr. Chairman, because I know we believe in Jesus in this chamber. In John 8:32, it says, the truth shall set you free. So maybe we should focus on a little bit of truth in this chamber.
Damn. She said Jesus will set you free.
She said you better call Jesus. Said, try Jesus. Don't try me.
Hey, where is Texas Mom's not in the chat anymore, huh? Because we could have asked her about the measles outbreak if she's really Texas.
Oh, yeah.
How's that going?
Which part of Texas? Texas is huge.
Texas is huge. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Pretty big out there.
But I mean, Jasmine Crockett ain't wrong about any of that. Not one bit.
She nailed it.
That
would have been a good video to rate.
It would have. I kind of wish
we're gonna have to watch all these again, aren't we?
I know we are. I kind of wish
a preview
that there was like a Jasmine Crockett to yell at people for me.
Yep.
Move to Houston.
Probably. Like I wish that the Key and Peele joke about like the Obama anger translator.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Luther.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else we got?
What a time to be alive.
I don't know. Oh.
Well, we've been
This could be good.
We've been north of the border, but now sugar digga dun, Spanish guitar sting. We're going to President Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo.
Muy buenas tardes a todas y a todos. Como probablemente estén enterados.
I don't know if
I'm sorry, Mikey. I only speak American.
Shut your whore mouth. Let's do that. There we go. We'll just play bits and pieces of it, and then I'll play a little section and then recap it for anybody who's not gonna be bothered to.
Oh yeah, anyone who's just listening.
Yeah.
Muy buenas tardes a todas y a todos. Como probablemente estén enterados. El día de ayer el gobierno de Estados Unidos impuso aranceles del 25%.
Imposed a 25% tariff on the products we export to their country.
A los productos que exportamos hacia su país. Fíjense, llevamos 30 años que esto no existía.
For 30 years, this hasn't happened because we have a free trade agreement.
By the way, NAFTA became whatever Trump made it in his first term.
Yeah.
Trump is pissed off at his own trade agreement.
Yes.
She's going to mention that.
Porque tenemos un tratado de libre comercio. El último tratado de libre comercio lo firmó el
The most recent trade agreement was signed by President López Obrador and President Trump himself.
presidente López Obrador con el propio presidente Trump. Esta medida del 25% de los aranceles tiene efectos para ambos países, pero tiene efectos muy graves para la economía de los Estados Unidos, pues va a elevar los costos muchísimo.
As it will dramatically increase the cost of all products exported from Mexico to the United States.
De todos los productos que se exportan de México hacia los Estados Unidos, va a tener un 25% más de costo.
25% to the cost.
De acuerdo con estas medidas que aprobó el gobierno de los Estados Unidos,
hay
documentos que lo sustentan. Y según esto, una de las razones para poner este
arancel claims that the only reason for imposing these tariffs is the fentanyl entering the United States from Mexico.
Es por el fentanilo que entra de México a los Estados Unidos y que enferma y provoca muertes por sobredosis.
That is causing illness and deaths from overdoses.
Pero aún más irresponsable, terriblemente irresponsable, es que
but what is even more irresponsible, utterly irresponsible, is that the White House has issued a document.
La Casa Blanca emite un documento donde dice que hay vínculos entre el gobierno de México y la delincuencia organizada. Quiero platicarles el comunicado que publiqué a través de mis redes sociales.
I want to tell you about the statement I published on my social media yesterday.
El día de ayer. Allí explico quiénes son los que verdaderamente tienen vínculos con estos grupos delictivos. La razón de las muertes por sobredosis de los estadounidenses. Y también digo que si ellos quieren actuar, no deberían fijar su mira en México, sino en su propio país, donde no han hecho nada para parar la venta ilegal de esta y de otras drogas. Primero que nada,
this and other drugs.
Nada, como ayer lo dije, rechazamos categóricamente la calumnia que hace la
we categorically reject the defamatory claims made by the White House accusing the Mexican
Casa
government.
Blanca al gobierno de México de tener alianzas con organizaciones criminales.
Of having alliances with criminal organizations, as well as any attempts to interfere in our territory.
Así como cualquier intención injerencista en nuestro territorio. La soberanía no se negocia.
Sovereignty is not negotiable.
Si en algún lugar existe tal alianza,
if such alliances exist anywhere, they exist in the U.S. gun shops.
Es en las armerías de Estados Unidos que venden armas de alto
that sell high-powered firearms that are exclusively for military use to these criminal groups.
Poder, sí, de alto poder, que son de uso exclusivo del ejército, de ellos, a estos grupos criminales. Esto lo demostró, fíjense bien, lo demostró
by the U.S. Department of Justice itself.
El propio Departamento de Justicia de Estados Unidos el 8 de enero de este año.
On January 8th this year.
Aquí tengo el documento que fue publicado en este.
I have here a document published on that date in which the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives.
Esa fecha. Donde la Oficina de Alcohol, Tabaco, Armas de Fuego y Explosivos, que depende del Departamento de Justicia, fíjense bien, reconoció que el 74% de las armas que usa la delincuencia organizada en México proviene de forma ilegal de la industria militar de su país.
Damn.
Yep. We have a similar problem here. All the guns, there's a bunch of legal guns coming in here in Canada too.
But yeah, she's not saying that they're coming from the gun runners. She's saying these are military guns.
Well, don't you remember, what was it called, Fast and Furious, where they wanted to trace all these guns, but they fucking forgot how to trace them.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we didn't just give them a bazillion. Like,
yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, did anyone remember to tag those guns before we gave them to the cartels? shit.
Right.
All right.
Right. That's what's in that other box. That's what's in that other box. The box we left.
Shit. It's got all the tags in it. Fuck.
Where's the guns at? I thought you said you were doing it tomorrow.
They're already gone, bro. They're already gone. We already gave them the cartels.
And the cartel still has them with all the oil and everything that they need to last 1,000 years. Thank God. Good thing we did that.
Boy, I mean, our government was inept before, but this is like... This is a new
level. At least they were getting some of the job done. Now they won't be able to get any of it done.
I mean, look at the damn the campaign down there. The campaign that she just won. What was it, like 6 or 8 people were assassinated?
Yeah. And you know, Ali, it's not just like Mexico and Canada that are complaining about the illegal guns going through their countries. The states who have gun laws are constantly complaining at the states that don't have gun laws to stop trafficking their illegal guns in our states.
Yep.
Because they all come from like
Indiana.
You know, Indiana and Georgia and Florida and Texas. And they end up in other states where the guns are illegal.
Yeah.
And you know, Connecticut has some of the strictest gun laws, and we're constantly complaining to the southern states, stop sending your guns up here. Like, we're tired of the gun trafficking. There's no federal gun trafficking laws, which is insane. It's a problem, and we are also upset about it.
Forma ilegal de la industria militar de su país.
But I'm just saying, they're saying military, so that's not people guns. That's M16s and shit.
That's another thing.
You know
all this military surplus gear that is just getting to people.
Yeah. Like, how are these guys getting H&Ks? Like, what?
Right.
Like, how are they getting these Call of Duty ass fucking guns?
Nuestro gobierno ha asegurado en 4 meses más de 40 toneladas de droga, incluyendo 20 millones de dosis de fentanilo. También ha detenido a más de 10,000 personas vinculadas con estos grupos. Tenemos estrategia, atendemos las causas y combatimos la impunidad. Todos los días trabajamos por la seguridad del país. Ahora,
Their transcript. Scott says to look in Trump's bathroom. The reports could be there.
Maybe that could be where they're at.
Oh, they're in Spanish.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Well, that doesn't help me.
No.
Specifically.
I mean, we got the gist, right? Is there more?
De detenciones en Estados Unidos de los grupos delictivos estadounidenses.
Oh, she called us out. She said, we have never heard any of any arrests of U.S. criminal groups in the United States. Oof.
Yep.
De detenciones en Estados Unidos de los grupos delictivos estadounidenses. ¿Cómo es que no se investiga el lavado de dinero?
How is it that the money laundering by criminal groups there is not investigated?
De los grupos delictivos de allá.
All good points.
¿Por qué no ponen toda su inteligencia a trabajar para detectar a los grupos delictivos que venden fentanilo en
to figure out who's selling the fentanyl in their territory?
Su territorio o de otras drogas?
And other drugs.
Bueno, también podrían iniciar una campaña masiva para evitar el consumo de estas drogas y cuidar a sus jóvenes como lo hacemos en México.
We should have a Just Say No to Drugs campaign and protect their young people as we do in Mexico.
El consumo y distribución de drogas está en su país y ese es un problema también de salud pública que nunca han atendido. ¿Por qué no se preguntan cuál es la razón de fondo de tanto consumo de drogas que lleva tanto tiempo en los Estados Unidos? Además, ayer también lo mencioné, fíjense, la epidemia de opioides sintéticos en Estados Unidos tiene su origen en la prescripción indiscriminada de medicamentos de este tipo, que fue autorizada por la Administración de Drogas y Alimentos, la llamada FDA, como lo demuestra un juicio.
So she said, basically, that the United States has not been policing its own illegal drug trafficking, especially prescription drugs, which have been approved by the FDA, and we're not bothering to figure out the root causes of any of this because we're all assholes, I guess.
Yep, pretty much.
We're getting lit up.
We are supplying the world with synthetic drugs, unchecked.
The fentanyl's coming from inside the house, Tim.
Once again, we're the problem.
God damn it.
And we're not doing anything about it.
We're spreading.
And we're not going to do anything about it. Because we don't think we're the problem.
No. You can't admit you're the problem.
We haven't completed the first step.
No, it's the gay, black, lesbian, Jewish, trans, they, thems. They did it. Like, they're just stretching so far now. Like, the witch hunt's gone crazy. Like, they've witch hunted to the point that they let frickin' Pinocchio in charge of the fucking treasury. And all he wants to do is be a real boy.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the Mexican president's like, who are you to say that we have a problem? Yeah. You have a problem too. Yeah. I know we have a problem, but you don't think you have a problem.
Right.
Get your house in order.
Clean this yard up. Talking shit.
Contra una farmacéutica. Hay series en la televisión que lo explican. Es más, la droga que causó la crisis de consumo de opioides sintéticos la siguen vendiendo en sus farmacias con autorización oficial. Quiero decirles, y esto es muy importante, México no quiere confrontación. Partimos de la colaboración entre países vecinos.
We believe in collaboration between neighboring countries.
I'm pretty sure the next word's going to be however.
And then there's y'all punk asses.
México no solo no quiere que el fentanilo llegue a Estados Unidos, sino que no queremos que llegue a ninguna parte. Por ello, si Estados Unidos quiere combatir a los grupos delictivos y quiere que lo hagamos conjuntamente, debemos trabajar en forma integral, pero siempre bajo principios, los principios de responsabilidad compartida.
Trump doesn't know what principles are.
The principles of shared responsibility, mutual trust, collaboration.
De confianza mutua, de colaboración y sobre todo respeto a la soberanía.
And above all, respect of sovereignty.
Soberanía no es negociable.
The countries on our northern and southern borders are talking about sovereignty a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
And that is not good for us. That is not great. That is
like, if they have to remind us that there's a fence, like, that's embarrassing.
We had our ambassador just the other day. He was it in the UN or NATO or something like that? But it's against the law for Trump to be trying to use these coercion tactics to take over, like international laws.
Oh, we withdrew from all that, so it doesn't matter.
So, yep.
Okay.
He pulled us out of everything.
They're looking at pulling us out of the UN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a report that's saying that he told the ambassador to the UN to say, hey, how much is this going to cost us to get out? How much is it? He wants to review all the funding that goes to the UN and probably stop all of that and say, peace, guys, we're out. Like, we don't want to be a part of the UN. We don't want to be part of NATO. We'll just go fuck ourselves, I guess.
Like, why is he Brexiting us?
He's Brexiting us not from just one place. He's Brexiting us from the world. This is like the most isolationist policy America's had since World War I.
It reminds me of what happened in Middle Europe in the early 30s.
Like, before we got involved in World War I, we were like, that's Europe's problem. We're not gonna do any of that. We're going to stay here. And I mean, America first was the policy. So like, we're going back to that, and it's not good. We belong to a global community. We're a part of global trade.
It's
like,
cheaper that way. Like, if all they care about is money, completely integrating the Earth would be the cheapest thing to do. Like, if we had like a fucking over water, above ground train system on the latitude lines, that would be very different than if we just fucking pissed and shit all over each other and fought and killed each other for dumb shit. Like, but we're not there yet.
I find it baffling that Americans, and I'm speaking about all of us, we can't get our fucking shit together. Why can't we get our shit together?
I don't know.
What is wrong with us?
You were supposed to be leading us to Star Trek. That's not where you're leading us.
Guess what? You got to get to get to Star Trek. You got to get through the part where we had like 7 world wars, and then they created warp drive. Don't you remember the origin of Star Trek?
No, I think
we fucked things up for a long time.
I think we're getting Skynet. I think
Skynet. Except it's gonna have Elon's face.
Oh God! Oh God!
All the Terminators are gonna be Elon.
Thought that one was dead. Must have found some ketamine underneath the fucking boulder.
And Scott says we're making China stronger by the minute. Yeah, not economically, but politically, China.
Yes, we are. The further we fall behind, the more the better it is for them.
China's got its own economic issues right now. They're not doing 100% great. But that Belts and Roads initiative, like Project 2025 mentions countering belts and roads, but it doesn't go about it the correct way. What? It's just like, it's going about it the wrong way. Who knew? It's not saying, hey, we'll help out these other countries, instead of China doing it and saying, oh, well, we'll build this port for you, but it's going to be our port. Yeah. America's going to come in and should come in and like, we'll help you if you just like, don't take China's help, take our help.
Yep.
That's what we should do, but we're not. We're saying, hey guys, go fuck yourselves. We're just going to do our own thing.
Hey, you let us do the port, but under one condition. You just promise me you're going to have a great day when I'm done. Like that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Sweet talk them. Be nice, you know? How about
Instead, he's going to do what he's trying to do in Gaza.
How about maybe do some ports on Africa just because of fucking chattel slavery? How about just that? Like if you're not gonna fucking give me my fucking reparations, then I want the entire western coast of Africa to look like fucking San Francisco and San Diego. I want fucking huge Houston-sized ports all up and down the coast. You owe them that.
You know, it only helps us. Once again, back to the USAID stuff. It only helps us to exert soft power and say, we'll help you, we'll build your infrastructure, we'll help you, feed your people, whatever. We're nice guys, we're good people. But now we're saying to the world, we're not.
Yep.
We're not good people.
Now we're saying, well, if I'm nice to you this time, what do I get for it?
Right.
What's in it for me? Which is worse, I think. I think like ignoring people would be one thing. Saying you don't provide anything of benefit in my vain opinion, so fuck you, I think is like spitting in their face.
Yep.
And the whole Trump is so transactional that he thinks that like everyone in NATO should spend an equal amount of money or whatever the fuck it is. When really, he thinks it's a protection racket. He thinks that they're paying us to like protect them or whatever. But it's a mutual protection agreement between these countries. And yeah, some of them don't meet their funding goals. But guess what? We're America. We spend almost $1 trillion on our military. That's more than most of those countries' GDP.
Why didn't he fucking tax Elon then?
I don't know, man.
If he would have just taxed Elon.
Yep.
You would have had all the money you needed, brother. You probably wouldn't have even had to fucking... You could have let everybody else skate, but just tax his ass. But hey, and Elon.
Arrest Elon and confiscate all his fucking money.
Hey, Elon, open that wallet up, son. This is a stick up. I'm Uncle Sam. This is a stick up. What you got in there? Yeah, I'll take all of that. You can keep $1 billion. Holler. Have a good day. And just walk off. Gank his ass. Because that's where all the money is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what you trying to find the other Elons out here in the market? We ain't out here.
Like, NATO is not a transactional agreement.
Right.
Neither is the UN. The UN is about global cooperation. It's not supposed to be transactional. It's not, what has the rest of the world done for America lately? Soon, that's not going to fucking matter.
Right.
It's going to be, what has America done for us lately? Because the rest of the world is going to fucking move on.
Gonna lose our rookie appeal and enter that sophomore slump.
We'll just be a fucking corn supplier for the world, and that'll be it. Like
Turkey.
Right. We'll just be another annoyance to the other countries. Canada will have to deal with our nonsense all the time.
Yeah, Canada, us Canadians will definitely have to deal with you Americans.
We hate that drunk uncle.
Man, Mexico is looking better and better, though.
Can we just go back to being part of England?
Tim, we can't go all the way back. Like, come on. Like,
not the whole country.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck most of those people.
But you got to go over there and you got to apologize to Graham.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
When you go over, Graham has to pick you up from the airport with a big "I told you so."
Oh no. I don't want to apologize to Graham or Wayne.
It's like, oh look, it's Tim Bristol. Have you got something to tell me?
And I'll be like,
I'm listening. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I'll be like, my lord, you were so right and I was so wrong.
Yes, let's hear it again. You know, and he would totally milk it, then get a GoPro out on a gimbal, totally make this might be my next book. Like, he'd do a whole thing on you. It'd be terrible.
You know
Poor
what?
Tim.
If I could live there, I'd be fine with it.
Right. Hey, I can get therapy and drugs and forget all about that day.
I'll have socialized medicine. That'll be good.
Well, here's the thing. I think the UK is actually in a very good position. They've been no more small boats, no small boats, and they're getting all racist and shit. Here's what you do. Open up the floodgates. Let the Americans who are trying to get away, let us come over. And then you can sneak in the regular people that were trying to come over too. And they'll blend with us and no one will know. You know what I mean? It won't even matter anymore. It'll just be a brand new tossing of the salad, if you will.
You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna confer with the other New England states, and we're just gonna see if we can get back to old England. Because I think that would be
Tim,
good. What?
You want to live next to fucking Mar-a-Lago land?
No.
It'll be like living next to Bowser's castle, son. What are you talking about?
Well, that might trigger something. If the New England states go back to England, then then those democratic states could break off, become part of Canada.
Yeah, like the Midwest.
Then suddenly MAGA's looking like a small little country in a shattered.
It's just gonna be Florida.
Yeah,
Florida and Georgia.
What? The Confederacy?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think they're getting a lot of I don't think they're getting Georgia actually. Atlanta's
No, they might not get Georgia.
Atlanta's in Georgia.
That's true. That's true.
That is Black New York.
Scott says, to be honest, you're better off getting into Canada.
Yeah, dude, I was about to say, you could just try to act like y'all are parts of PEI or something.
Oh yeah.
Southwestern PEI.
Has Canada sealed the border yet? That's what I want to know.
What?
Has Canada sealed the border yet? Like, can I still just
we have boulders at the border. We're good.
That's fucked up, man. What if I'm going across there in my truck at night? I might fuck my truck up. That's inconsiderate as hell. And then you guys are going to be the ones that come out there and help me get unstuck anyway.
They just put a bunch of
security boulders.
They put a bunch of mooses at the border.
It's a boulder with a fucking mustache and a badge.
I heard something about us airdropping Arctic wolves into the States for some reason.
You better chill out, bro. You better chill out.
Canada fights so dirty. Canada fights so dirty.
They just start pissing in all the Great Lakes. It's like, stop it! Stop it! They just bringing in trucks of piss just to go right into the lake. Like, stop! That's just wrong.
I think Canada should rename every Great Lake to Lake Canada.
Lake Canada.
Well, they're all connected.
I checked Google Maps earlier. They are all Lake Canada. What are you talking
Lake
about?
Illinois. Lake Michigan is Lake Illinois. Thank you, JB Pritzker, for giving us our own lake. We needed it. We deserve it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your governor's like a billionaire or some shit.
He is, but he's growing on me. I'm not going to lie. He's, for years now, he's been like, Trump's not really a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. He's not a fucking billionaire. He's like, that guy doesn't have any money. He doesn't move like he has money. I was like, see, he knows what's up. Canada sends firefighters to California. Yeah, the bastards.
Yep.
The rotten bastards. They just kept dumping water all over our houses. Yeah, they were on fire, but whatever.
And so did Mexico.
Yeah. Yep. Their Coast Guard came up. See? And that didn't even like blip on his fucking radar, I bet. That our neighbors literally just fucking helped us in January.
Yeah, because he's an asshole.
Like what?
Our country is run by assholes.
That's just like bad, like past bad neighbor, bad manners or whatever. That's just.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man.
La soberanía. La soberanía no es negociable. Coordinación sí, subordinación no. Para ello, el día de ayer, en mi comunicado, le propuse al presidente Trump que establezcamos una mesa de trabajo con nuestros mejores equipos, los de seguridad y también los de salud pública. No es con la imposición de los aranceles como se resuelven los problemas, sino hablando y dialogando, como lo hicimos, pero esto se los quiero contar. Lo hicimos así en las últimas semanas con el Departamento de Estado para atender el fenómeno de la migración. En nuestro caso, siempre con respeto a los derechos humanos. La gráfica esta que el presidente Trump ha estado subiendo a sus redes sociales
this is good. The graph that President Trump has been posting on his social media about the reduction in migration.
Sobre la disminución de la migración fue elaborada nada menos
was created by none other than our team,
que ha estado en constante
which has
comunicación
been
con
in constant communication with his.
A nuestros hermanos y hermanas mexicanos en
To our
Estados
Mexican
Unidos.
brothers and sisters in the United States, I want to tell you that your president,
Quiero decirles que aquí está su presidenta y un pueblo entero para
and the entire
defenderlos.
nation,
Si
are here
desean
to
regresar a
defend you.
México,
Oh, she's talking about herself. If you want to return to Mexico, we welcome you with open arms.
aquí los abrazamos. El pueblo de México es valiente y tiene mucha dignidad.
The Mexican people are brave and have great dignity.
Es el pueblo más maravilloso que hay sobre la tierra.
They are the most wonderful people on earth. She might be biased. I think she.
Yeah,
I think
I was gonna be like, pump the brakes a little bit there.
I think she is Mexican, and I think she is the president of Mexico. So I mean, there might be a slight slant to her.
They're great people, but greatest on earth?
I mean, she's obviously skewed. Thumbs on the scale.
Yeah,
we're getting along better with them than we are with you.
Quiet you.
Look, we know we're bad.
Es el pueblo más maravilloso que hay sobre la tierra. Les digo que aquí está su presidenta. Tenemos valentía y firmeza, pero siempre, como lo he dicho en otras ocasiones, hay que actuar con la cabeza fría y el amor al pueblo. Nada de lo que hagamos nosotros afectará la dignidad y los intereses del pueblo de México. Les propongo que esperemos la respuesta del presidente Trump a nuestra propuesta. Y en la mañanera del día de mañana, en la mañanera del pueblo, les estaré informando las primeras medidas de lo que llamamos el Plan B.
Oh shit, what the fuck is Plan B?
Dude, what the fuck is Plan B?
That's the response to 25% tariffs.
So I just want to say that in that Trump can't pronounce half those words that she is speaking in English because his brain is so tiny. What the fuck is Plan B?
We're fucked, dude. We're gonna get fucking ice giants from the north. Goddamn Namor from Wakanda Forever gonna come up from the south. We're fucked, dude.
Oh man, it's bad. It's bad.
Yep.
We didn't do nothing.
And to Scott in the chat, we are bad. We're bad. We're bad. Everything we're doing is because half of our country is out of their goddamn minds.
Either bad or stupid, which is just as bad.
It is.
Como decía Juárez, nada por la fuerza.
Okay.
Todo por la...
As Juárez said, force accomplishes nothing. Reason and law prevail. Whew, you had me.
Maybe.
Had me sweating there for a second. Thought you were about to fuck us up.
Como decía Juárez, nada por la fuerza, todo por la razón y el derecho. Y entre los individuos, como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz.
Anticlimactic is how I would put that. But I think we only got a few minutes left, Mikey, so final thoughts on, boy, if only we were just doing a review show today, it would have been more chuckles. But this is not great.
No, it's not great. And even though she's gone already now, but homegirl needs to understand this is not like alarmist rhetoric. None of these are jokes. These are all real. Everything we covered today is real. It happened today or yesterday. All of this is real. This is not a dream.
We will not be asking you to be our Valentine this year.
Oh, come on, man.
Ollie, I was going to ask.
We're toxic as fuck. That's why.
Yeah, we're toxic.
We keep getting drunk at the bar and fucking making a scene, and then we're like, "Why would anyone be my Valentine?"
Yeah. Oh, when you were talking about when Scott mentioned that the UK was starting to reach out to China, well, Canada's doing that too.
Yeah,
some of the stuff that was supposed to be going to the States is now going to China or getting ready to.
China's gonna have a lot of Valentines this year.
I told you they're doing okay.
Mikey and I were talking about this earlier in the podcast that we did in the afternoon. Like and subscribe, by the way. The problem that the Democrats have right now is that they never read Project 2025.
They sure didn't.
What the fuck?
They wrote it off.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If they had read it and took it seriously, they would have had a plan, supposedly.
There's no way he'll get that through Congress. Trust me, I'm Chuck Schumer. I know what I'm talking about.
I know that they don't like not playing by the rules, so they don't understand when people don't play by the rules. I think that's the biggest misconception the Democrats have, is that everyone plays by the rules and that they should all the time. Trump is not playing by any rules.
No.
Most of those executive orders, probably illegal.
Yeah.
Like if you actually challenge them in court, like some have. The other stuff is just abusing the system and some crazy fucking unitary executive theory that fucking Karl Rove came up with.
Right.
And they're taking it to the extreme.
Oh yeah.
They're seeing how far they can go before someone's going to stop them, and I don't know where that is.
I don't know how you stop them.
Put them in jail.
Yeah, you gotta throw them in jail.
But they control the people that put people in jail.
No, I mean they do, but they don't. But yeah, you shackle them and you put them into a cell, and then you tell people to stop doing what they just told you to do, and you start undoing what they have been doing. They don't have authority to do any of this. That's the problem. If it was a thing where our Constitution said that they were allowed to do these things and we were just bitching about it, that would be a totally separate conversation. That's not where we're at right now. All of this is illegal.
Nothing is happening to stop it.
There are two political outcomes to this.
Because they're not acting within the law.
Yeah, they're not. They're not acting within the law. And in fact, Trump is actively changing the law through executive order, which he shouldn't be able to do. Like, they want to... I guarantee you that at some point in the next week or month or whatever, there's going to be a case brought to the Supreme Court about agency independence from politics, like the FBI, the CIA, whatever, because that's what they want. They want political appointees, not civil servants. And the Supreme Court is going to get to decide on this. And guess who's in charge of the Supreme Court?
Old Clarence.
Yep.
And Trump fired all the IGs.
Yep.
And in the first story we did, when they found out that FEMA was sending checks to New York, they fired the person in charge of sending the checks.
Yep.
And probably their direct reports. And then they said, we're taking that money back. None of that is legal.
No.
None of it.
Like, there's no way that a judge is like, no, that looks good. And just make a contract and then just rescind it for a random reason that you made up without addressing the other party.
And the lawsuits will mount. They already have. I don't know how many times the government has been sued in the last couple of days, but it's 50. A lot. But that takes time. The system is going to be very slow to react to everything that Trump is doing. That's the Democrats' problem. That's the problem with the system, is that government acts slowly. And Trump does not. He acts very quickly.
Oh, and a signature. Change that.
Yeah, well, the people around him are smart. He is not. He is a puppet. Elon's not smart either. He just thinks he is. But the guy who they put in charge of the OMB, that Stephen Vaught guy, he's smart.
He's the final boss.
He's the final boss. Him and the other major contributors of Project 2025, who I assume all have cabinet positions at this point, they're the people that you got to watch out for because they're behind the scenes and they're crafty.
Yeah.
Fairly certain they're white nationalists too.
Very much so. There's a lot of that in there. There's a lot of Christian white nationalism in that document.
How many of them were cursing at Elon for doing that? You're letting the cat out of the bag, damn it.
Right.
Yeah. And Elon's disposable. As soon as he's no longer necessary or people don't like him, he'll get the boot and he'll probably go to prison. But as long as he's I think that if Trump is very vindictive, if for some reason Elon does something that Trump doesn't like, he will try to put him in prison.
That's what we need. That's the first flip. You got to make them hate each other.
But as long as Elon is useful, disrupting all these government organizations, they'll keep him around. He's just going in there and disrupting shit. He's not doing anything except for fucking around.
Like, even if I was like a deep red Republican from Oklahoma, if Elon Musk was cutting funding in New York for some shit that he had no business doing in, I'm pissed. Because rules is rules. And if you're not allowed to be somewhere, you're not allowed to be somewhere. There's a reason you're not supposed to be in there. And like 3 people on Earth have access to those records that he let that fucking 19-year-old in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who has problems leaking shit.
And you know, my final thought is this. If you think it's not going to affect you, I'm not saying it's going to end the world or whatever, but if you think that what is happening with the government is not going to affect you and you're an American citizen, you're wrong. And it will affect you in some way. It's already affected me. The CDC doesn't want to fucking put out reports about the bird flu. I can't buy eggs. They don't exist over here. So it's going to affect everyone probably in different ways. Hey, maybe you work for the government and you won't have a job soon. Or you're a farmer and they won't pay for the solar panels they promised you they would pay for.
After you already got the guy.
After you already got them, yeah.
Yeah, after the guy already did the work and now the contractor's looking at you to pay and all your grant money just got shut off.
Or, hey, you're a cancer researcher and you work for a university and they're not giving out money for that anymore. You lost your job and cancer research isn't being done anymore.
Yeah. And whatever.
So,
later, Scott.
Night, Scott.
Bye, Scott.
Air horn for Scott. And whatever you were working on, maybe it was a culture that's been alive for whatever. Well, it's going to have to live with no one touching it for a while. Whatever you were working on is dead too, unless you can give it to somebody else to look at. You know what I mean? Like they'll close up the building and just let it fucking cobweb.
So
they're dumb.
It's going to affect everyone. Not one person will not see an effect from this. And I pray that everyone will be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that they will see that.
I just hope they get pissed in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. I hope they will see that Trump is the cause of their problems.
That's the problem.
He's letting them tear everything up.
See, now people are stupid. He's letting them get pissed. He'll let them get pissed. And then if he gets to direct that anger someplace, you guys are dangerous.
Because the thing is that when the farmers, you know, those dudes ain't never pretended like they wanted to vote for Kamala. Ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? These were all MAGA dudes. And then they're like, yo, what the fuck? I voted for this motherfucker. This was his idea. This is his scheme. It's from a few years ago, but it's like, and then you just take it away? I'm not DEI.
Yeah.
Oh, and we forgot to say this on the other show, Tim. Some of the people were actually taking courses like DEI courses because it was recommended.
Right. Yeah.
By the government. They said, "Hey, this is your next course you got to take." And I said, "Okay." So then they go through the fucking log and say, "All right, who's taking a DEI course?" And it's like, that's all the people we're going to get rid of. It's like, you asked them to take it.
Yep.
As part of their, videos you got to watch every year. That bullshit.
I saw a report that was happening in the education department, but like the DEI stuff was like helping people with closed captioning and like if they have an auditory sensory issue and like
color
not like
filters.
Right. Not like actual like it had nothing to do with race or gender or anything. It was people who had disabilities they were trying to help and they just got fired because they were helping people with disabilities.
Yep.
This is not going to work. Like, I don't know how they think that they're going to spin this, but this is just flat out bad.
75,000 government employees took Trump's deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get paid.
That's out of 2 million people, that's not a lot, but it's not nothing.
Maybe they're Trumpers and they think they're going to get paid, but there's no line item in the budget to pay these people.
There's not.
They're just going to leave and then they're not going to get a check. And they're going to say, well, you're fired because you didn't come to work. Like, this is the easiest fucking scam in the book. to just make you not show up. And they say, we told you to come in the office. It's like, no, you gave me a deal. It's like, no, I didn't. And they just fire you.
And the Trump administration just told all federal agencies to fire any probationary employees they had. Which is a lot.
People almost in, right?
There's a lot of government workers that are term employees where like they just work contract to contract to contract. Mm-hmm. That's all of them.
Yeah, and that's a lot of postal workers. So. That's a lot. It's every government agency has those contracts. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
What
all
is
I know.
The point of this?
I don't know.
To save money?
5%. If they fired every single federal worker, it would be 5% of the budget.
That is the stupidest fucking thing anyone could ever do. It does the opposite. But then again, they're there to destroy it. And if that doesn't prove it to people who are still acting like we're reactionaries, what good is this doing other than to break it so that you guys can't catch him for what he's actually doing? Like, that's why he's breaking all the shit that investigates him. He's breaking your government.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after Trump does like the major damage he's going to do, and Elon does the major damage that they're going to do, there's going to be a period of
Landon.
Hi,
Landon.
There's going to be like a cooling off where nothing happens for a while, but there's no one to fix anything anymore.
Right.
Like all this action that's going on right now is important. Soon it's going to be everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
Right. Sounds like dissent over there.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to get Landon on for a show. Do you want to do a show with me, Tim? With Landon?
When?
We'll have to schedule it.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Landon's great. What interesting times we live in. What interesting times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like interesting times.
Oh, man. Maybe not this interesting.
Yeah.
Man. But what else can we do except resist and survive? Here, let's go out on a high note.
Since right now in my state of Texas, there is an outbreak of measles. And what they are finding is that because there's been so much disinformation about vaccines, that kids are sick right now with measles that they did not have to have if they just trusted doctors and experts instead of randoms online. So I will end by saying this, Mr. Chairman, because I know we believe in Jesus in this chamber.
Jesus.
In John 8:32, it says, the truth shall set you free. So maybe we should focus on a little bit of truth in this chamber. I'll yield.
Time to fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Time to get up off the couch and... It's time for us to unfat Thor ourselves.
All right.
They need us.
Let's get out of here. Like and subscribe.
Do all the things.
Do all the things. Patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. Oh, I want to say.
Yes, sir.
That we should all appreciate Mikey Famine for being super producer.
Oh.
Because
new intro today.
Yeah.
New intro. That was cool.
We tell him that we want stuff to happen, and he just makes it happen.
There you go.
So go me.
Patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. Show Mikey your love for his super producerness.
Yes. Shower me with praise and dollars.
Do it.
Where's my hold on, I got a button here for that.
Ka-ching.
No.
Oh.
Push the goddamn button! Push the goddamn button! You heard what she said.
Bye.
Bye.
Landon, I will send you a message on Discord.